So I noticed a peak in interest in side hustles, and in fact my 2 most viewed videos are actually about side hustles. So in this video we're going to go over the top 5 side hustles that you can start this year, and for each of these we're going to talk about how easy it is to start, how long you can continue doing it for, and how long it's going to take to make your first $100. So let's get into it. So the first side hustle, this is going to be repurposing videos. With the increase in popularity of TikTok and content creators in general in YouTube and Instagram, there is so much opportunity in actually repurposing videos. So what does this mean? What is repurposing videos? So this is when you take a single content and you make it into several content that can be used in other platforms. So for example, this video that you're watching, someone can download this and make this into a short form content. Then this short form content can now be uploaded on Instagram, it can be uploaded on TikTok, it can be uploaded as YouTube Shorts. So now you can see how a single video can now be leveraged to reach a lot more people in several other areas. Now most content creators do want people who can do this for them, because it's going to take a lot of time actually editing every single video and trying to make it suitable for every single platform. Even like myself, I do need someone to help me do this, but of course it's a lot harder to find people because it just takes a lot of work and there isn't time for that. So in this aspect, I do believe that this is something that's going to continue growing. Now with TikTok also announcing that they're going to be increasing the maximum length of their videos to 10 minutes, there is a massive opportunity here, because when TikTok videos can get up to 10 minutes long, content creators are going to need editors to help them shorten that content for YouTube Shorts to then upload it onto YouTube, because those content also fit in YouTube to make them some more money, as well as YouTube Shorts, as well as Instagram and all other platforms. Now how do you get into the side hustle of repurposing videos? I would definitely recommend not just reaching out to every single person simply because this can waste some time, but I would recommend actually downloading someone's video that you notice that they do have some money. You also notice that they are doing most of the work themselves. This means that they are probably looking, or they wouldn't mind finding someone who can help them. Now bear in mind, you do have to have this skill. You need to be able to actually make their videos better. You need to understand what is needed for TikTok, what's needed for Instagram, what kind of content suits these areas. But what you now need to do is just download their videos, edit it for them, add your own little touch to it, add your own text and fonts and all sorts, and actually reach out to them, send them this video and let them know what you're offering. Let them know that you touched up the video, you think that this video can work for Instagram. You notice that they're not posting on TikTok and they can actually post this on TikTok. Now I'm telling you, most content creators will really appreciate this, because you just doing the work up front, it makes them see exactly what you can do. It makes them notice the potential of what you're offering. Now you can start speaking about your fees and more opportunities down the line. Now another reason I really like this is because these short videos are between 45 seconds to 1 minute long. So it's really going to save you a lot of time. It's not something you have to spend hours and hours on. So when you do this, you can do this for several content creators, send it to them, and if they actually accept you, then you can actually make a lot of money from this in the long run. So in terms of how easy it is to start, I will rate this a 2-star out of 5, simply because it can be time consuming at the beginning, but the work you put up front will eventually pay for itself later on. And if you do get accepted by the right clients, then you can see that there's several opportunities out here, there's several monies that can be made. So that way now you can make this almost an official job, because if you're doing this for several content creators and they're paying you, let's say $50 or $25 per video, whatever it is, then that's a lot of money that you can make in a single day. I also think it's very convenient, something you could do from home. You can also form relationships from this. You can probably feature in these people's videos, and if they do grow and you both grow together, then you can have your own YouTube channel, your own TikTok, and then you can leverage off that as well. So in terms of making your first $100, I do think it's pretty easy. I'll rate this a 3-star. It's not too hard, but the main difficult part is just finding the first person. When you find a first person, you can have a portfolio behind you that you can then use to reach out to other people. Now side hustle number 2 is building websites for dropshippers. Building websites these days is actually pretty simple. You don't need to know coding anymore. You don't need to know anything difficult. All you pretty much need is Shopify or Wix, where you already provided a template and all you have to do is just fill out these things. So it's much easier to actually get into. So this means that in literally less than a week, you can pretty much learn the skill. You can learn exactly how to do this. You can also use YouTube to teach you. There's so much content out there on how to make websites, especially for dropshippers specifically. And dropshipping is getting really popular, simply because there's a low cost of entry. So a lot of people are getting into dropshipping, even people who have no knowledge whatsoever. They do want to try dropshipping anyway. So you providing a website, you do your job, but it doesn't mean that you have to care about their success, not necessarily. You just provide the website and let them do what they want to do. So even people from the age of 16 all the way to 20, 30, 40s are actually trying out dropshipping, because it seems to be a very lucrative business of some sort. So for this side hustle, I would not recommend reaching out to every single person. Now the reason for this is reaching out to people who are already dropshipping dropshipping, they most likely already have their own website sorted, so there's no point in reaching out to them. So in this case, what I will do is actually trying out using Fiverr. So Fiverr is a platform that already has a lot of audience, so you can easily find clients on Fiverr for people who are willing to try dropshipping. So I'm gonna be honest, Fiverr isn't exactly easy. Fiverr is very, very competitive. It's going to take a while to find the first customer, but when you do find that first one, it becomes significantly easier. So what you can do to help you in this situation is find YouTubers, maybe find people on Instagram who have small businesses, or find, you know, friends that you do have and introduce them to dropshipping. So what you can do in this case now is use your Fiverr account, make them purchase what you're offering through Fiverr so you can get an order this way. And when you do this through, you know, your friends or maybe people that you reach out to, and they would actually buy your service through Fiverr, then that way you can start growing some reviews slowly and surely. But the thing about Fiverr is literally the more reviews you get, the more your gig is put out there, meaning a lot more people are going to see you. So every single order helps. I'm guessing every single person watching this video, I've probably heard of dropshipping from somewhere, but for those who do not know, then dropshipping is when you have a store and you're selling a product or several products, and customers will visit your store to buy this product. But rather than you owning this product yourself and storing it, you simply have to buy this product cheaper from another website and send it directly to them. So that is what dropshippers mainly do. But the way they can actually make the sale is by running ads and also having a website. So the website is where people can then come to buy this product, so that way they don't have to use another platform like Amazon, which is a lot more risky in the first place, but of course there's more fees. But them having a website, they get the whole profit, they get everything all to themselves. So in this case, how easy is it to make your first $100? I'll rate that a 2-star, because you have to put a lot of work at the beginning. You have to put yourself out there, you have to reach out to people, you have to show people your skill, and it's even much harder when people do not know what you can do. So you need to sort of have a website to show people that this is what I've done in the past. And making websites actually really straightforward, especially when you make the first one. You can almost copy the same template, just change the fonts, change the logos, switch things around a little bit, and you just continue to almost replicate the same thing. So it just gets easier the more you go on. So in terms of how long you can do this for, I rate it a 4-star. The more clients you continue to get, the more money you can continue to make. And for each website, you can literally earn around $100 for each website. So there's a lot more money to make than most side hustles out there. $100 per website is a lot of money, and eventually you can grow your business. You can turn this into a business, having multiple people to help you with this. It also speeds up the amount of work you do, and then you can also pop out more websites quickly to earn even, you know, over 1K a month in revenue. Now, side hustle number 3 is running ads on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever platform it is, but you can help people to make adverts that they can run on this platform. Now, this works hand in hand with dropshipping as well, or even small businesses in general. It's all really the same, but for dropshipping specifically, when you do make the websites for people, then you can refer them to, you know, making an ad for their products as well. So this whole dropshipping or business aspect is really lucrative, because all you have to do is find one customer once and you can get different services off them. So as I mentioned earlier, adverts is what helps them to make the sale. In fact, it's probably one of the most important things of any business or dropshipping. People want to run ads to get their business out there so more people can visit their store, and that's how they're going to earn money. And the good thing is they don't just run ads once. Some people would make several adverts for several products, so there's so much money you can get from just one client. So to learn how to make ads, you can also learn this through YouTube, which is good. You can just find out exactly how to run ads, and it's also cheap in the sense that you can find softwares online to actually make these ads on. But if you do plan on taking this seriously, then I would recommend actually getting a proper software like Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve. But this side hustle is definitely lucrative. The most difficult part is finding people. It's actually starting off, so I'll give this a 2-star. It can be difficult starting off, but every single client that you get can make you way more money than other side hustles. And it's very, very easy to make your first $100, because it's actually an expensive side hustle in the sense that people will pay you lots of money. People are willing to pay, you know, $50, $75, $100. This is something that people will pay later on down the line, but I would not recommend charging people $100 for the first ad when you have nothing to show. And yes, this is definitely something that you can do down the line 100%. When you have all of these working together, you have people you've employed, people working for you, you have your own website, and this is a full-on business that you can be running to help people to make their websites, to run ads and everything along that line. Now, side hustle number 4 is going to be being a dog walker. So this is a lot more different from the rest. It's less techy, it's less technical in any way. It's a lot more hands-on, but probably a lot more fun for those people who enjoy dogs. dogs is definitely a lot more fun, but there's actually a secret way you can make a lot of money from this. So being a dog walker pretty much consists of walking dogs. So a lot of people purchased a dog or own a dog when there was lockdown. People were bored, they now own dogs, and now that people are back to working again, they do not have as much time to look after these dogs or to take them out and all sorts. So this is where you come in and you can help people to walk their dog or look after their dog. Now the reason why this can be very, very lucrative is that you charge people based on each dog. So some families will own, you know, 2 dogs or a dog and a cat or 3 dogs or whatever, and you're going to charge per dog per hour. Now you can find a family with 2 dogs, and that alone can be $25 each per hour just for, you know, walking the dog, looking after the dog. Of course, I'll recommend having the skill to do so. You want to actually care about dogs in the first place. You need to be able to look after them, make sure they don't run away and all sorts that could possibly happen. I do know of a lady who did this, and she did this casually. She was just, you know, she reached out to neighbors and she was telling them of what she can do because she has time on her hands, and she was just doing this casually, and eventually she noticed that it was bringing a lot of money in. So she eventually made a website, she ran ads, she told people about, you know, what she does, and then she employed people in several areas of the country to also help her with this. Now this means that she can continue doing this all around the country, and due to demand, she's charging around $50 per hour per dog. So some people want to look after their pet for, you know, 3 hours. So that's going to be a lot of money, and when you're consistently getting these rolling in, then you can employ even more people and run this as a proper business. Now it's one a lot of people would not think about, and there isn't a lot of demand in this niche. So the key thing is you need to make people see why they need you. You need to tell them and make them realize how much time they will have on their hands and how easy it is for them, so that way they'll actually say, yeah, go ahead, when it will pay you. So getting started is pretty easy. I'll give this a 3-star. You can just reach out to your neighbors. That's very straightforward. Just let people know that, okay, you have a pet, I don't mind looking after your pet for, you know, this amount of time. All I'm charging is $25, you know, $10, $50, wherever it is, and people will pay you. So it's quite easy to actually earn your first $100 for sure. It's not too difficult, but in terms of doing this long term, then that can be a bit tricky. There's a lot more skill, there's a lot more effort you have to put into making that a long-term business. Now side hustle number 5 is going to be graphic design. So this isn't the complex graphic design that everyone knows of. This is very, very simple. This is simply making things like logos, making banners, making things on TikTok, making things for Twitch, making things for, you know, YouTubers and all sorts. And that is all you simply have to do. To go about learning this, again, you can do this on YouTube. You can just tap this online. You'll find easy softwares that'll help you do this. You can actually find templates for these logos, for these, you know, different things that you can do. So it will save you a lot of time. There's a lot of opportunities open for this side hustle simply because people require YouTube thumbnails for every single video they make. You can also help to make Twitch profile panels or things for TikTok, as well as logos for small businesses as well, or, you know, drop shippers or any business at all. You can make logos for them because everyone needs some sort of brand, everyone needs an identity. So to begin, all you simply have to do is reach out to people, reach out to small businesses, find out what they do, and you can just actually help them to do so. Or what you can do is go on YouTube, find out YouTubers or small YouTubers and remake their thumbnail, add your own twist to it, send it to them. And I'm telling you, when people see that your thumbnail is good, especially better than theirs, then they don't mind paying you for it. As long as you meet their niche, make sure that it actually makes sense. Don't make some sort of gaming thumbnail for a YouTuber who's doing educational content. It needs to make sense. In terms of starting off, it's not as difficult. I'll give this a 3-star. You can probably get so many opportunities just by helping people to do it, show them what you can do, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind taking you on to make even more. And if you want even more opportunities, then what you can do is go on Fiverr. Fiverr is also another place where you can make graphic design, you can make, you know, YouTube thumbnails. Just have a set fee and people continue to pay that set fee for more and more and more videos. That's the good thing about it. Customers will continue to come back as long as one of them is good, simply because they'll continue to make videos, continue to make content, and they will just keep coming to you over and over again. So it's quite stable compared to some of the other side hustles. The first $100 might be difficult because you can't charge too much for this. You might charge maybe $15, $10. I'll probably give this a rating of 3-star in terms of how easy it is to make that first $100. So just make sure you put in the effort in learning the skill of hand. Put in maybe a week in making several logos or several thumbnails, several banners, to make sure you properly know what you are doing before you start reaching out to people. So there are 5 side hustles that you can definitely start this year. And if you did enjoy this, then you should probably watch this other video where I go through 3 additional side hustles, including one that I'm doing myself that has made me so much money just by starting 6 months ago. Thank you for watching. Do hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.